Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Please start, Amresh.
Good evening to one and all. A warm welcome to 69th International Workshop on Applied Research in Education and Development. Golden Jubilee Year of NEHU, May 2022 to May 2023 International Workshop Series, a series of 100 programs every Friday, 5 to 7 p.m. Research and Publication for Happiness and Development. Jointly organized by Internal Quality Assurance in IQAC, Northeastern Hill University, NEHU, Shillong, and Indian Society for Training and Development, Shillong Chapter, Shillong Meghalaya, in collaboration with the Department of Philosophy and IQAC Moran College, affiliated to Dibrugarh University, MORANHAT, ASSAM, and Department of Philosophy, Sri VENKATESWARA University, TIRUPATI, Andhra Pradesh. A warm welcome to today's keynote speaker, my guru, collaborator, Professor P. Chennai Sir, Department of Philosophy, SVU, Tirupati. Professor Prabhasankar Shukla Sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Northeastern Hill University. Professor Mithali Kawam, Principal, Moran College. Congratulations to Dr. Srutaswini Gogoi Madam. She took charge on 1st March, IQAC Coordinator. Even Pharma Coordinator, Bhartakur Sir. Professor Mipun Sir, ISTD Chairman. Professor is today's keynote speaker, my guru, collaborator, noble participants. Action research in education and development. Actually here, what is applied research is also a part of action research and development also. There are n number of things we are going to learn from Professor Chennai Sir. Professor Chennai Sir is going to deliver applied research the philosophical way. So I'm going to provide some information regarding applied research in general and action research in particular, research and development. Already we organized one program, philosophical, psychological, sociological, technological, political and economic. Professor Chennai Sir is going to uncover the covered things. Myself also enthusiastically, as usual, our programs waiting to listen from Professor Chennai Sir. First of all, extremely sorry for the delay because of network issues. We are unable to join because of the OTP and some other aspects. Anyhow, we may overcome all the problems. With this, a warm welcome to one and all. We start our program as usual with Vande Mataram.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujashyamala Mataram, Vande Mataram, Shubhra Jyotsna Pulakita Yamini, Pullakusumita Drumadala Shobhini, Suhasini, Sumadhura Bhashini, Sukhadam Varadam Mataram, Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram.
Thank you. Thank you. I am requesting Professor Chennai Sir to deliver keynote address. Over to you, sir. Sir, your audio is not audible, sir. I think you can log in and log out again, log out and log in, sir. Because of network issues. Now it is okay, sir. Yes, sir. Now you can speak, sir. Thank you, sir. Chennai, sir, am I audible, sir? Yes, sir. You are audible, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Amaresh sir, are you listening? Amaresh sir, are you listening?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are very clearly. I'm listening, sir.
Okay. Respectable coordinator, Dr. Amaresh sir, who is the organizer for program and who is the source for organizing this program very well, and all the participants of the program. Today I am going to talk on one great philosopher. His name is Atisa Deepankara Gnana. So in history we may call Atisha, Atisha. So he's a great philosopher. He born in Bihar. So during 10th century, he born in 982 BC, not BC, Christian era. Died in 1054. So just like Gautama Buddha, he also born in a royal family, kingdom family. His name is Atisa Deepankara Gnana. So he born in a royal dynasty called Chandra dynasty. His father name is Kalyana Chandra. He was a king. Mother name Prabhavati. So he's a great philosopher. So he developed Mahayana Buddhism and Vajrayana Buddhism and many things from Tibet and Java, many parts of the world. So he studied his education in the Bihar, Vikramasila University. So that is called Vikramasila Pitam. So he got education from great philosophers like Chandrakirti. He has known about emptiness through the great philosopher Chandrakirti, Dharmakirti. So he may call Dharmakirti. So another, he got education from Dharma Rakshita. He was also a philosopher. He had known about passion, compassion, love. He learned from Dharma Rakshita. He has known about purity, emptiness of mind from Dharma Kirti. He has known about love in action through Yogin Maitreya. So he's a great philosopher. In his philosophy, we find many aspects. So he said about the world. So to know about the truth, What do you mean by truth? Truth is what is, truth is which is. You have to know about what is. If you know exactly what it is, you know truth. Truth liberates, truth wins, truth transforms. Truth creates extraordinary energy. So truth is free from, different from illusion, mistaking one thing for another. Here in the philosophy of Atisha, he said about you have to know truth in the world. Then mind, then no mind. In his basic philosophy, we find various aspects relating with life and transformation. He said one aspect called phenomena. Phenomena means whatever the thing we are seeing, whatever the things we have experienced, whatever the things we are observing, what you have seen, what you have observed, what you have known, all the elements, all the words, your body, your mind, all things are relating with the phenomena. So phenomena means appearing all aspects, including your mind and body. This phenomena is flux. It is a changeable. It is conditional. It is just like a dream type. So it is based on nature. It is based on Prakriti. It is a ever flow, ever moment. So he said about consciousness means it is a Purusha. So consciousness is a free from birth and death. It is a eternity. It is a permanent. It is a constant. It is a journey everlastingly with the changes of forms and bodies on the basis of the law of action. It is a life. It is a permanent. It is a eternal. So consciousness has no birth and death. The consciousness was there before your birth, and the consciousness will be there after your death. So he's telling about various types of methods to know about your true nature, to know your purity. So you may watch, you may understand. Through the approach of method, you may know about your true nature, enlightenment. What is your true nature according to philosopher Atisha? You are emptiness, you are nothingness, you are egolessness, you are selflessness, you are a zero, you are a purity, you are a summer sky. So you are complete silence, that is called samadhi, nirvana, mahamudra, kaivalya. So total purity. You got this through awareness. If you are aware about your mind, you may keep all memories in the silent portion in the brain cells. You may see your inner sky. So after getting the realization, you may experience again now and then the actions of the mind. So here in the mind, you have a positive things and negative things. Here in the mind, you have three aspects. One is a aversion, another is a attachment, another is a indifference. So in the life, you have a hatred, anger, enmity, disliking. So you are using your total energy for negative things, rejecting, hatred. So jealousy, ambition, so many things. So we find aversion means disliking, hatred. Another sense we have in our mind is attachment. We like, we possess, we have, we need, we desire, we ambition, we need more greeds. So this is a aversion is a negative thing, and the attachment is a positive thing, and the indifference. So we don't like liking or disliking. That is also anger. These are divisions in the body, in the mind. So if you observe your thought process positively, negatively, without having any attachment, you may know about your mind. So here in the mind, you find various types of aspects. So if you free from mind, then you may get enlightenment. So what do you mean by enlightenment? So here in the enlightenment, so you have to perform your life very careful manner. So here Atisa is telling you have to live your life very careful manner. So he is telling the highest meditation is the mind without any pretension. So you have to know about your mind very carefully without having anything. He's telling the highest effort to is to abandon attachment to activities. So if you want to know about your true nature, if you want to see your inner mirror, you should free from attachment with all activities. So if you are free from all activities, you will get more. The highest patience is a humility according to Atisa. So humility means egolessness, humbleness. So highest moral practice is a peaceful mind. So if you are a very, here is telling two aspects relating with life. One is a passion, another is a dispassion. So here in the human being life, you have a more passions, you are going to slave, you are a beggar. So you have a more desires, attachment, greeds, ambition. More things. That's if you go very deeply to understand your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, your memory, you will go very deeply. There you find more silence. So if you find more silence, that is called no mind state. That is called a state of enlightenment. So he is telling the highest moral practice is a peaceful mind. The highest giving is found in not attachment. So here, so if you are not uh, having any attachments with a thing, you will be more joyful person in the life. So the highest accomplishment is the uh, uh, lessening and transmitting of the passion. So here you have many and you have ignorance. If you are free from all memories, expectations, If you are in the state of being
I think because of network issues or maybe disconnected, we'll wait for 1 or 2 minutes. Otherwise, yeah. Sir, the volume icon is not visible, sir. I think. Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Amresh,
Please continue, sir.
sir.
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir. Continue, sir.
Uh, the so in the life okay, so in our life you have to concentrate more on the present. So if you are concentrating on the present means you are free from all past and the future. If you are concentrating more a silent place in the brain cells, your total mind will become emptiness. Your mind will become just like a summer sky without having any clouds. So in that space, you find more energy, more creativity, more blissfulness, more energy. So that is the nature. That's why he's telling your true nature is a emptiness. Your mind is not yourself. Your body is not yourself. What you have gathered from outside world is not yourself. That is a phenomena. You are a consciousness. You are not a phenomena. You are not your body. You are not your mind. You are not your memories. You are not objects collected by your sense organs. They are memories. So don't bother about memories. Understand your mind very carefully. So see your nature very carefully. So here the Atisa is telling in the life you have to spread desirelessness, living with contentment. So living with compassion. So if you are a slave to your passions, If you are a slave to your desires, automatically you may get more problems relating with your life. So don't cling your things. So here have a contentment, have right understanding. So the greatest medicine is the emptiness of everything. So if you follow very carefully about a human being life, if you are free from all mental conceptions, mental agony, sufferings, and everything, you may get more happiness. The greatest action is not conforming with the world ways. So the greatest magic is the transmuting the passion. So you have various types of things in the life, but transform your life. So here, according to Atisa, you have two aspects. One is a knowledge, another is a wisdom. So if you want to get more knowledge, you have to add every day through your sense organs, eye, ear, nose, tongue, skin. You may achieve more information if you collect more information through sense organs, to reading, writing, many things. So that becomes sensation, experience, knowledge, memory. Through that, you may get more thoughts. That is useful for your job, employment, life, and everything. At the same time, if you are not using your awareness while you are using the thoughts, naturally the thoughts will contribute negatively in our life. That's why be careful, be watchful on your every thought process. So your thoughts become your feelings. Your feelings are nothing but reflections of your thoughts. So the feelings are not independent of thoughts. So if you have a memory, you have a sensation, then only you will get various types of feelings in the heart. That's why watch your feelings, watch your thoughts. At the same time, you have a motor organs. So while you are performing your motor organs, be careful while you are talking, while you are doing anything. So watch your sense organs, watch your motor organs, watch your feelings, watch your thoughts, then you will get more clarity. So according to wisdom, Atisa, so first of all, you have to clean your mind. So your mind nature is just like a pure mirror. By birth, your mind is just like a pure mirror. You don't find any picture, sound, smell, taste, such anything by birth. It is just like a pure white paper or a pure mirror. After getting age, after getting experience through sense organs to external world, you may accumulate more experiences in your mind, just like going to the marketplace and purchasing various types of things and taking material in our house. So through sense organs, we may achieve many things, we may collect many things. So after achieving many memories, if you clean your inner mirror, or if you free from your inner mind, then you will get. So here the example is the fish born in the sea, in the ocean. The fish lives in the ocean. Fish dies in the ocean. It is a birthplace. Fish doesn't know any problem when it is there in the ocean. After coming from the ocean to the shore, it may not get sufficient oxygen or a sufficient condition for live. So it may become very trembling. After some seconds or minutes, it may again jump to the ocean. Then the fish may get more relaxation. Here also in the human being life, by birth you are a pure person, just like a pure sky, pure mirror, having no desires, no problem, just like a white paper side. No, that is called the pure state of mind is called enlightenment. That is called Mahamudra. That is called Samadhi. That is called realization. But by birth we don't know the experience of the pureness. After accumulation, after watching our memories, after cleaning our memories in our brain, we may create more serenity, more purity in our brain cells. Then we may get more happiness, peace, joy, enjoyment, everything. So when the fish is there in the ocean, it may not have the actual experience. It is coming from a ocean in the shore and staying sometime, facing some problem. Again, it is jumping from shore to the sea. It may get more relaxation. So here, facing some problem, free from the problem, then we may get more relaxation. So here, contentment is the most important. Live with the desirelessness. So live moment to moment. Now or never is most important. Don't bother about the future and the past. So the present is the all time. The present becomes past. The future becomes present. If you concentrate more on the present life, then you may get more happiness and more enjoyment. So here in the philosophy of Atisa, Dipankara Gnana, he is telling, in the world you have phenomena. Phenomena means the external world, all objects, what are you are seeing, what are you are experiencing, what you are seeing in the world, external and internal, your mind, your knowledge, everything. This is a flux, this is a momentary, it is a changeable. So don't depend more on this. These are a flux. So you have a consciousness that is free from birth and death. That is a eternity. That is a permanent. That is a everlasting. So in the universe, as a consciousness, you are there. You will be there. You are moving in the universe without having any problem, changing forms and bodies on the direction of the law of action. You are moving in the universe. But if you observe your mind, if you free from your mental thoughts, you may know your inner silence. That is the most important. If you know your inner silence, you may get extraordinary energy. On the basis of that, according to Atisa, you have to spread goodness in the society, love, compassion. Have a freedom from aversion, negativity, attachment, more desires, indifference, free from all the things. Have a compassion and love. Have a no-mindedness, free from all impurities in the mind. Activize your inner energies. Do good things. Love should be there. Helping should be there. Respect should be there. Give respect for the nature. Give respect for the all human beings. Share your love and compassion. Live moment to moment. Then your life will be very pleasant. I concluded this speech, Amresh sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your wonderful keynote address and new topic. Now I'm requesting noble participant to interact with Professor Chinnai sir. Over to Yaddanapudi madam, Pawan sir and others. Hema madam, Pawan sir. Jagadishwari madam, any other, please. You have sufficient time. Pawan sir, you can start.
So Amresh sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So in the philosophy of Atisa, so he born in Bengali area. He studied in the Bihar 1000 years back in the 11th century. He learned many things from the great teachers of Dharma Kirti, Dharma Rakshita, Maitreya. So he born in the king's family, just like a Gautama Buddha. Gautama Buddha born in the king's family, but he born in the Chandra dynasty. His father name is Kalyana Chandra. His mother name is Prabhavati. So he got a great realization and he transformed various aspects of living in the Tibet. So his picture is there in the Tibet in the one museum. So recently in the New York Museum, they were collected the picture of the Atisa. He's a great realized person. So in his total philosophy, we find basic aspects, we find 6 basic aspects. One is, in the world, you are seeing trees, objects, various types of things in the world. What are you are seeing? What are you are experiencing? What are you are learning? What are you are possessing? All things are relating with phenomena. Phenomena means appearing objects, appearing in our mind, appearing in our body, appearing in the world. What are the objects you are seeing in the world? They are relating with phenomena. This phenomena is a flux. This phenomena is a changeable. This phenomena is a conditional. This phenomena is just like a dream. So what is the quality? We have 2 types of dreams. One is a night dream and the day dream. In the night dream, we may close our eyes and we may dream. In the day dream, we may open our eyes and we may dream. So here, dreams are just like a clouds in the sky. So they have no base. So here, you see the quality of the phenomena. You see the tree condition. Last year you have seen one tree, it is a full of flowers. Recently you have seen, we don't find even a tree. Some people have cut so the tree. So last year you have seen one area, there you found flowers plants. Now you have seen recently there is a big well in that place. So here in the phenomena, you will find many changes, many fluxes, momentary things. So in the world, we have one aspect in the entire universe. One is a phenomena. You are seeing various types of objects. They are very changeable. You have another aspect called consciousness. It is not born, it is not died. It has no birth and it has no death. So every individual person or a man or a woman has individual permanent consciousness. That is called soul. That is called inner voice. For every individual in the cosmic consciousness, they have soul. That soul is called prana. So this is a part of cosmic consciousness, universe consciousness. That consciousness is a permanent. You are living at present in the world. You are experiencing. So through your soul, you have 5 records for your soul. So just like a service record in the employment, in the job, you have a service recording material for your soul, for a man or woman. How much time they live here, but they have 5 aspects relating with recording of his life. One is a sakshi, witness. Another is a buddhi, intellect. Another is a ahankara, ego. Another is a manas, mind. Another is a prana, breath of a vitality. So they have collected all your affairs in the world. After leaving this body, they may come with you to the court of law of action in the universe. On the basis of the judgment given by the law of action, on the actions taken or actions delivered by you, so life will perform. So here you have a phenomena in the world, this is appearing. You have a consciousness, that is a permanent. These 2 things. So human being as a body. Body means human being as a body, mind, and the soul. The soul is a consciousness, that is a permanent, everlasting. So that is a light that is free from birth and death. It is a moving throughout the universe with the changing forms and the bodies, with the direction of law of action. So the another you have a phenomena, it is changing, ever changing, momentary moment. So this phenomena is the source for bodies. You have another various types of methods are there to know about your inner source. You may follow meditation or a bhakti or a gnana or something. So if you follow some methods to know about yourself, if you follow the awareness method, you may know. So here awareness means knowing your mind carefully. You may get more silence. Then you may realize your inner source. So what is your true nature of yourself? You are just like a pure mirror, a mirror without any dust. So here you have a complete empty brain cells by birth. After getting experience through sense organs, your cells will become accumulated. So if you clean your mirror, you will see very clearly anything in any mirror in our house. In the same manner, you have an inner mirror that is called mind. If you clean your inner mind through awareness, so we may clean our body through soap and water. We may clean outside vehicle's mirror through cloth and some chemical. Here in our mind, we may clean, we may purify our inner mirror through awareness, observation, alertness, watchfulness, consciousness, witnessing. So if you observe very carefully your inner thoughts, so they will go silently to silent place. So that is not a removal, that is not a amnesia, that is not a distraction. So you are keeping. So here, if you have a luggage in your house entrance, you may keep your luggage in the cupboards in the some areas. In the same manner, if you keep watching your mind, if you watch your mind, you may keep your memories in the silent. That is called nirvana. So that is the most important. That is the ultimate purpose. After getting that, you may get compassion, love, energy. Through that, you have to help human beings. So this is the central we find in the Atisa's philosophy. Amareswar, ask something.
Sir, extraordinary, sir. Really, first time I am listening about Atisa. Maybe he's a Buddhist or what, sir?
He's a Buddhist philosopher. So we have a Buddhist philosophers, great philosophers called Dharma Kirti, Dharma Rakshita. So they lived in the 9th century and 10th century. So he studied his education in Vikramasila University in the ancient time in Nalanda area, Nalanda Vikramasila University. So he learned many things from Dharma Kirti, Dharma Rakshita, Maitreya. So he has spread greatly about Mahayana Buddhism and the Vajrayana Buddhism. So he has given more messages in the Tibet and the Sumatra, Java, Sumatra Island. He has spread the Buddhism in the many countries, but he born in the royal family. He is a son of one of the kings in the North India, means Bihar, Bengal, that border, Bangladesh, Bengal, Bihar, that border. He was the son. So his father, he belongs to Chandra dynasty. So 10th and 11th century life. So he lived 66 years nearly. So he spread many things. He's a very powerful person. So you need constant purity of inner mirror. You have to clean your inner mirror every day. You have to clean your mirror relating with the vehicle to avoid accident, to see exactly objects while you are driving. In the same manner, you have an inner mirror. If you accumulate more things in a inner mirror, you want to see the world exactly what it is. If you want to see exactly what it is, you may do harmful things in the world. That's why clean your mirror. You have to do 2 baths every day. 1 bath is soap water for body. Another bath is a cleaning of your inner mirror. That is called ego. That is called memory. You have to keep and clean mirror and keep in the silent place in the brain cell. You are not removing the memory. You are not killing the memory. You are not destroying the memory, but you are keeping in the silent place. You are creating space in front of your house very clearly. If you clean your food plate every time, that may be very pleasant for your food. If you are not cleaning your food plate, that may be a dirty thing that may create. In the same manner, for every day you have to clean your mind. You have to clean your mind. Then only you will get more happiness. So these are some of the things we find in the Atisa's philosophy, Amresh sir.
Extraordinary, sir. Extraordinary. Really very helpful. Anyone? Before
Yes, sir.
asking by
Good evening.
myself.
Very good evening, Professor Chinai, sir.
Hema Garu, please.
Yeah. Good evening,
Please
Amar,
come.
sir. Very good evening, sir.
Welcome.
This
Very
is the
happy
first
to
time
listen.
I have been listening to this philosopher, sir. Till now, it is a very new concept to me. I have not at all
Yes.
listened to this concept at all, sir. That's what Amar sir was also. Yeah, yeah. Sir.
Atisa Dipankara Gnana per Atisa Dipankara Gnanam. So he lived up to 1054 in the area. So he born in the king's family. Okay, tell me, share something,
Yes, sir.
Hema Garu.
The state of emptiness, which is very difficult for every human being. You were just discussing about the emptiness, no, sir? Getting into a
Yes.
state of emptiness is very difficult for every human being, no, sir?
No, actually, according to Atisa, it is a very simple, because actually he's telling by birth, you born by mother womb, at the first day of birth, by male or female, if you see the brain, the memory record system, the memory plate of a human being, just like a pure white paper, pure summer sky, a sky without any clouds. After getting age, you are taking luggage or material, borrowed material through eye pictures, through ear sounds, through nose smells, through tongue taste, through skin touches. You are getting material from outside world in the form of picture, sound, smell, taste, touches. So they are accumulating in the mind, in the mirror. That is called ego. That is called knowledge, experience. So that is your state. So your name is there, your form is there, your education is there, your all experience are there in our mind. But here meditation means awareness. Meditation means observation, alertness, watchfulness, witnessing, consciousness. If you observe your inner plate memories, they are just like a clouds in our mind, with a slow manner, without having any attachment, without saying yes or no, positive or negative, without having any judgment. If you watch silently, just like silent sun rays create melting of ice cream. If you observe very silent position without having any judgment, automatically your memories will go to a silent position in our brain cells. You have a millions and lakhs of rooms in our brain cells, but all our memory are in front of the house, in the brain. That's why that is an obstacle. Just like we have to experience all the memories, we have to keep in the brain cell. Whenever we know we need the memories, they will come. But don't keep all your memories in front of the house. So if you keep more memories in front of the house, some people may see it is a full of luggage. While you are seeing something for outside, this luggage will create problem. That's why watch your memories, automatically you may get emptiness. So emptiness means cleaning your inner mirror. So we may clean our mirrors in the outside world through chemical, some cloth. Here we have an inner memory, memory mirror. We have accumulated dust in the form of knowledge and everything. For cleaning inner mirror, the soap and water is not sufficient. It is not useful. It is not proper. We have to watch our inner mirror. Memories, automatically they will go to silent position. So watching creates extraordinary emptiness. Hema Garu, have you heard something?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very nice, sir. Yes, sir. But
Yes,
that
yes.
getting into that state of emptiness is highly like sadhus or sannyasis.
Yeah, no, sir. So here Atisa is telling it is a very simple thing. It is possible for every human being, but in the modern time, people have created very negative. It is a simple thing. By born, you are just like a pure mirror, but you have accumulated. How to clean your mirror? Only watching. That is a very simple. It has a opportunity for every human being, but in the society, all cultures and everything, they are not giving any technique to clean your inner mirror. If you clean your inner mirror, you will become silent revolutionary person. You will become cosmic person. You won't find any caste, religion, cult, everything. If any person is coming for a deception, you may catch. So you may get extraordinary energy. That's why all systems are creating diversions. So nobody is telling this so small cost-free medicine means technique. Watch your inner mind. watching. That is a very simple, but that is possible or every. But our culture has created obstacles to avoid that. So if anybody has done the watching outlook awareness, automatically we can see. So when we are free from all memories, we may get more joy. Hemagar, tell me something.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We come into the world with empty hands and we leave the world with empty hands. That also we should take into consideration, no, sir?
So that is the understanding. That is the
Yes.
understanding.
Sir.
So you are driving a car. So if your driving car has two mirrors, your mirrors, driving car mirrors are very clean. You may see everything very clearly. On the basis of your observation with your car mirror, you may take the speed of the driving. Sometimes you may find some obstacles in front of your car. You may stop. Sometimes if you find with a national highway, you may start speeding. So here the coming naked and going naked. Who are you? You are a traveler. You are not taken anything. You are not going to take anything. You are a traveler in the world. That will happen only when observation. How it happen? When you have a purity in our mind, then only you can understand. Very nice, Hemagar, tell me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Perfectly, sir. Perfectly said, sir. Nice.
So we are sharing. So here Atisa is a very new philosopher. Very rarely many people won't know. So 10th, 11th century is a son of king, just like a Gautama Buddha. So he is also a very enlightened person. So very powerful, courageous person. So he is a great leader, spiritual person, extraordinary. So some people may call is a great alchemist. So he got extraordinary intuition. So whenever he wants to create any gold, if he touches any hand, automatically that will become gold. That type of power he got, that is there in the history. So extraordinary, great, powerful person, Atisa Deepankara Gnana.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But anyway, in Indian books or Indian philosophy, we have hardly come across his name, sir.
Yes, it is a very rare. So we are traveling in the world. We are traveling in the various types of things through our deep research with newness. We are sharing because great people. So he in the 11th century here. Vikramasila University, Nalanda, Takshashila, Vikramasila University. So
Very
Bihar,
old
West.
universities of India, sir. They are the very old
So
universities.
he studied in the Vikramasila University. Great. He got education from Dharma Kirti, Dharma Rakshita, and Maitreya. You heard the great
Yes.
teacher Maitreya.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Say
Very
something, ask something.
Yeah. Thank you so much for enlightening us, sir. This is a very new subject. Thank you, Amar, sir, for giving us an opportunity to know about such kind of great persons, sir. Thank you, Amar, sir, and thank you, Chinay, sir.
Very nice.
Because
Most
we
welcome,
never
madam.
heard of these people before, sir, at all. Thank you so much for
Including me, including me
Yeah.
also, I never heard.
Sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Very
Thank
new.
you so much, sir.
Very
That is
new.
what.
We are going very deeply
Yes, sir.
research.
Yes, exactly.
Very new, very thrilling.
Yes, sir.
Pavan
Yes, sir.
sir, thank you,
so
ma'am.
much.
Thank you for asking nice questions. Over to Pavan sir. Pavan sir, are you there? Pavan sir, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Please.
Very nice.
Any questions from you, sir? Pavan sir.
Namaste,
Hema
sir.
Garu, you are also entitled.
Namaste,
One
namaste.
more question.
Namaste, sir. Chinay, sir.
Pavan Kumar.
Okay.
Namaste.
What is meaning of Atisha? That,
So it is
what
not
is
a
the-
word. It is a name. It is a name. He is a Atisa
Atisha is a
Deepankara Gnana.
It is the name
He
of
is a son of. It
lady
is
or
not a
gentleman?
concept. It is a name, Atisa Deepankara Gnana. He born in 10th, 11th century in a kingdom called Chandra dynasty. His father name is Kalyana Chandra. His mother name is Prabhavati. He studied in the Vikramasila University in the 11th century. He created great impact on Mahayana Buddhism and Vajrayana Buddhism. He has become a great teacher, guru in the Tibet. So he transformed many aspects in the lives of Tibet and Java, Sumatra Islands. He traveled many countries during the period. He is an exemplary person. So he got a great enlightenment. So that is the sense I am telling, historically also.
Yes, sir. That is,
Without our knowledge,
Atisha, what are
how
the
many
school?
people, philosophers
Atisha
we
school,
have, sir?
school and studies, sir. What are the
Yes.
school and studies?
Pawan Kumar?
Atisha, what are the schools and studies that life histories, life philosophy, sir?
Maybe he belongs to which
Philosophy.
school of thought or what, sir?
So actually, he got a great education with great Buddhist philosophers, Dharma Kirti and Dharma Rakshita and Yogin Matraya. So while he was in the university, he learnt many things from Dharma Kirti. So he got enlightenment from Dharma Kirti that your world, what you are seeing, what you are observing, what you are knowing, that is a phenomena. So your body, your mind, your trees, your property, your house, your vehicles, what are the things you are seeing? What are the things you are experiencing? That is a phenomena. That is a impermanent. That is a flux. That is a momentary. That is a dream. So don't believe, don't cling to the phenomena. That is a shameful. So for example, you have a body. So 15 years, your body shape is different. At present, your body is different. After 20 years, your body is different. So you find more changes. So you find more changes in your mind. So phenomena is a changeable. So you have consciousness, inner soul. You have to observe your memory and see your inner source silence, that is called emptiness. He learnt from the guru, the philosopher Dharmakirti. So Atisa learned from a great professor or a philosopher Dharmakirti. Another, he has learned passion, compassion, love from Dharma Rakshita. So here passion and dispassion. So here passion means desire. If you have a desires, you will become slave. If you have a desires, you may deceive, you may lie, you may do harmful things, you may expect more things. So when you are having desires, you are going to do harmful things. You will become a slave in the society. He's telling dispassion. If you have no desires, you have a contentment, you have a purity, you are a king, you are a queen. You are not depending on anybody. You are living your world with a joyful manner. That's why have a dispassion, means freedom. So another, he said about love. So he learnt about the love in action. So operate your mind very carefully. Do all good things in the society. Amaresh, Amaresh sir.
So, sir, thank you very much. Pawan sir, you got it? Okay. Sir, finally I can ask, sir, why Buddhism, even though we got so many things, good things, but almost when compared maybe a five century or 6 centuries back, Buddhism followers are more in India, but number of followers right now is not, in general, it always increases, but it decreases, sir.
So actually, we have two aspects. One is the appearance and the other quality. So here in the world, Buddhism entered with a silent manner in one line and another line it is a appearance manner. So here, according to Buddhism, Atisa and Gautama Buddha, wearing dress, wearing mantras, wearing chanting prayers, doing something, doing puja to the temple, worshipping Buddha, worshipping gods, doing something, they won't give any enlightenment. You have to get enlightenment through only awareness. So here Buddha and Atisa is telling, don't depend on the gurus, don't depend on the pujaris or the pujas or objects and everything. You have to watch entire world on your inner source. Your watching is the only reliable things. If you are using watching means you are entering in the darkness with a light. Your watching is your enlightenment, your lighting. So here in the people have some Hindus, Muslims, Christian, various types of religion, but without saying I am a Buddhism, I am a something. So Buddha teachings have entered throughout the world with a silent manner. So many people, without knowing, many people learned. So you are also giving various types of stories, anecdotes, and sayings, recordings. So Buddha teachings are there in 194 sovereign countries throughout the world. They are not telling I am following the Buddha or a Buddhism or anything. They have entered just like a X-rays in the human being. That is a one level. Another level, the dress. Do Sangam Saranam Gachami, Buddham Saranam Gachami, so Dhammam Saranam Gachami. This prayer and the dress, the movements, this may be a less number, but Buddha has created tremendous change. So in the recent survey, highest number of statues in the world is only Buddha statues. So it is a one report and one research finding. So Buddha statues are more than anybody in the world. So he has penetrated, he has entered many parts of the country. That is a one sense. Another sense, with a silent position, he said, there is a dukkha in the world, there is a suffering. The cause of dukkha is a desire. So if you watch your desire, if you watch your ego, if you watch your ambition and greed, watching is the source to free from your desire. This is said by Buddha. He said, there is a cessation of suffering. If you want to free from suffering, there is a right view, right thought, right living, right action, right word, right effort, right mindfulness, right concept. He has given these things are entered with a silent manner without having any luggage, Amreswar. So here we find some water. We may sell water with a bottle and a luggage and a cover. So the Buddha teachings entered in the world without having any label. Just like a sun water, rainwater entered in the earth, the Buddha teachings entered all people in the world. So they are enjoying with a silent manner without saying this is a Buddha teaching, it is a Buddhism. This is there in the world, Amreswar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your wonderful. Anyone else? Can allow anyone else if you have any queries before going for my presentation. Anyone else? Srinivasal Reddy Anna, Jagadishwari Madam, Subramaniam sir, Krishna
Hello, sir.
Murari, please.
Hello.
Sir, I would like to add one word, sir.
Tell me, please.
Just now, Amar sir was asking about the Buddhism, no, sir. What, in my opinion, what I feel is they have a lot of principles, like they should not eat non-vegetarian food, they should wear only this kind of dress. Certain kinds of things were imposed upon them. So that might be one of the reasons why Buddhism has not come into existence in our country, I feel, sir. Because of these restrictions which were laid upon the people, Buddhism has not been so, it has not been so elaborated, that religion has not been so elaborated in our country, sir. Because of the strict restrictions. Yeah, sir.
Hema Garu, here the word love is not love. The word happiness is not happiness. The word lacquer is not lacquer. The word murder is not murder. The word enjoyment is not. These are words. So here in the world, all religions are going on the words. So some people are practicing, some people are not practicing. They are only using the language. For example, in the Buddhism, so Buddha at the age of 80 years, he was traveling in the Kushinagar area. So one person asked and called Buddha, oh, you are going outside, please come. I want to provide some food, non-vegetarian food to you. I prepared this. So he has taken food. So after that, he died. So here in the Buddha's, that is the ending chapter, but Buddha's philosophy is, it is not a vegetarian or a non-vegetarian. He said one important principle. So everybody, men or women, he has to follow the law of action. If you are doing good things, you may get a good result. If you are doing bad things, you may get. So if you are operating your life with a bad intention, with a bad words, bad action, automatically you will get sorrow just like a shade. So just like a wheel in the vehicle. So if you operate in the good things, you may get good things. So here, the all religions, Hinduism, Islam, Buddhism, Jainism, so the number is there just like a political party's number. So apart from this, all religions teachings are entered just like a rainwater. So we don't discriminate which principle is created more effect. So for social purpose, we are not telling this particular religion principle, but all religious principle are entered in the lives of people. Whatever the principle is good, they are taking silently, not mentioning any religion. In the same manner, so all good things are entering just like a rainwater in the earth. All good things are mixing. All good people are mixing. So in the same manner, it is there in the human being life, because here we have to remember the Aldous Huxley's words, just like words are moving just like a X-rays. So if you operate words with a proper sense, they may enter to anybody. So the religious leaders have thrown the words in the form of religions to the world. They are entering just like a X-rays. So they are there in the silent position of the brain cell, but nobody is telling this particular religion. They are telling all religions are my religions. Amresh sir. So people are telling, so no Hinduism, no Islam, no Christian. You are telling I am a Hindu, Muslim. Okay, I accept. But they are psychologically telling all religions are my religions. So I want to take all religious principle. Why you are discriminating this particular religion for me? So I have a right to know all the silently people are taking good principles of all religions, not telling any religious name. So if you tell any religious name, people may talk differently. That's why with a silent manner, they are receiving. So the Muhammad Pravakta teaching, Gautama Buddha, Zoroastrian, Confucian, Lao Tzu, Patanjali, great mystics, all things are entering. They are going in the silent manner, just like a rainwater on the earth. So this is there in the human being life, Amresh sir.
Sir,
What
I
you say,
totally
Amresh sir?
agree with you, sir. You are 100% right. Without just like parties, whenever we are voting, we never disclose which party you are voted. Maybe BJP or where whoever will go, they are telling I vote for you. So you are
Yes.
100% right. People are taking good from any religion, but simply they can say for the purpose, I'm following Christianity or Hinduism or Muslim, but they are taking good from everywhere.
They are only appearances. So people know. So if people serve a very taste food, so don't tell this particular religion. I am giving some important sweets and fruits to you. These fruits are given by particular religion. If you say the religion name, that may be a problem. Don't tell any religion name. Eat these fruits. Okay, I will follow the fruits. They are very tasteful. I won't tell any religion name. So in the same manner, the principles are given by various religions. People are taking silently. They are following. They won't tell anything. If they tell, just like a political parties, they may talk. So you are following that religion, this religion. Silently, they are telling all religions are my religions. That's why they have given these principles to me. So I have a birthright of knowing all religious principles in the world. I am the representative of all the religions. That's why I am enjoying these religious principles. With a silent manner, people are living like this, Amresh sir. Hema garu.
Thank you, sir. Really agree, sir. Jai Chitra madam, do you have anything last? Jai Chitra, Dr. Jai Chitra madam, associate professor from Tamil Nadu.
Oh, so we have to share in the name of Atisa Dipankara Gnana. So 1100 years back, he has created wonderful things in the world. So all young sisters are our family members. We have every right to know all human beings. The entire world is a one family. All religions, cult, all are labels, language. So we are beyond language. We are a representatives of entire world. So that is the essence we find in the Atisa philosophy also, Amresh sir.
Thank you, sir,
Okay.
for your extraordinary keynote address. With your permission, may I go for presentation, sir?
Please move, Amresh sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, respected participants, because of we started around 5:30 itself, so we'll move up to at least 7:15 instead of 7:30. Good evening to Professor Chennai sir and noble participants. Applied research in education and development. Action research is a part of applied research. The outline of the presentation: introduction, learning outcome, conclusion. Learning outcome describe the applied or action research in education and development. I would like to really, I feel so happy and pleasure to share the great information. Steve Jobs, I studied his autobiography, I, Steve, extraordinary book. So if this does not motivate you, nothing will. Steve Jobs' motivational speech is extraordinary. Apple, where whoever using Apple phone is a co-founder of Apple multinational company. Now over to you.
Today, I want to tell you three stories from my life. That's it. No big deal. Just three stories. The first story is about connecting the dots. I dropped out of Reed College after the first 6 months, but then stayed around as a drop-in for another 18 months or so before I really quit. So why'd I drop out?
Just improving the quality of the video.
It started before I was born. It started before I was born. My biological mother was a young, unwed graduate student, and she decided to put me up for adoption. She felt very strongly that I should be adopted by college graduates.
So I can reduce because the network issue. Just 1 minute, I'm adjusting.
Today, I want to tell you 3 stories from my life. That's it. No big deal. Just 3 stories. The first story is about connecting the dots. I dropped out of Reed College after the first 6 months, but then stayed around as a drop-in for another 18 months or so before I really quit. So why'd I drop out? It started before I was born. My biological mother was a young, unwed graduate student, and she decided to put me up for adoption. She felt very strongly that I should be adopted by college graduates, so everything was all set for me to be adopted at birth by a lawyer and his wife. Except that when I popped out, they decided at the last minute that they really wanted a girl. So my parents, who were on a waiting list, got a call in the middle of the night asking, "We've got an unexpected baby boy. Do you want him?" They said, "Of course." My biological mother found out later that my mother had never graduated from college and that my father had never graduated from high school. She refused to sign the final adoption papers. She only relented a few months later when my parents promised that I would go to college. This was the start in my life. And 17 years later, I did go to college. But I naively chose a college that was almost as expensive as Stanford. And all of my working class parents' savings were being spent on my college tuition. After 6 months, I couldn't see the value in it. I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life and no idea how college was going to help me figure it out. And here I was, spending all the money my parents had saved their entire life. So I decided to drop out and trust that it would all work out okay. It was pretty scary at the time, but looking back, it was one of the best decisions I ever made. The minute I dropped out, I could stop taking the required classes that didn't interest me and begin dropping in on the ones that looked far more interesting. It wasn't all romantic. I didn't have a dorm room, so I slept on the floor in friends' rooms. I returned Coke bottles for the 5-cent deposits to buy food with. And I would walk the 7 miles across town every Sunday night to get one good meal a week at the Hare Krishna temple. I loved it. And much of what I stumbled into by following my curiosity and intuition turned out to be priceless later on. Let me give you one example. Reed College at that time offered perhaps the best calligraphy instruction in the country. Throughout the campus, every poster, every label on every drawer was beautifully hand calligraphed. Because I had dropped out and didn't have to take the normal classes, I decided to take a calligraphy class to learn how to do this. I learned about serif and sans serif typefaces, about varying the amount of space between different letter combinations, about what makes great typography great. It was beautiful, historical, artistically subtle in a way that science can't capture, and I found it fascinating. None of this had even a hope of any practical application in my life. But 10 years later, when we were designing the first Macintosh computer, it all came back to me. And we designed it all into the Mac. It was the first computer with beautiful typography. If I had never dropped in on that single course in college, the Mac would have never had multiple typefaces or proportionally spaced fonts. And since Windows just copied the Mac, it's likely that no personal computer would have them. If I had never dropped out, I would have never dropped in on that calligraphy class, and personal computers might not have the wonderful typography that they do. Of course, it was impossible to connect the dots looking forward when I was in college, but it was very, very clear looking backwards 10 years later. Again, you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. You have to trust in something, your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever, because believing that the dots will connect down the road will give you the confidence to follow your heart, even when it leads you off the well-worn path, and that will make all the difference. My second story is about love and loss. I was lucky. I found what I loved to do early in life. Woz and I started Apple in my parents' garage when I was 20. We worked hard, and in 10 years, Apple had grown from just the two of us in a garage into a $2 billion company with over 4,000 employees. We just released our finest creation, the Macintosh, a year earlier, and I just turned 30. And then I got fired. How can you get fired from a company you started? Well, as Apple grew, we hired someone who I thought was very talented to run the company with me. And for the first year or so, things went well. But then our visions of the future began to diverge, and eventually we had a falling out. When we did, our board of directors sided with him. And so at 30, I was out, and very publicly out. What had been the focus of my entire adult life was gone, and it was devastating. I really didn't know what to do for a few months. I felt that I had let the previous generation of entrepreneurs down, that I had dropped the baton as it was being passed to me. I met with David Packard and Bob Noyce and tried to apologize for screwing up so badly. I was a very public failure, and I even thought about running away from the Valley. But something slowly began to dawn on me. I still loved what I did. The turn of events at Apple had not changed that one bit. I'd been rejected, but I was still in love. And so I decided to start over. I didn't see it then, but it turned out that getting fired from Apple was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. The heaviness of being successful was replaced by the lightness of being a beginner again, less sure about everything. It freed me to enter one of the most creative periods of my life. During the next 5 years, I started a company named Next, another company named Pixar, and fell in love with an amazing woman who would become my wife. Pixar went on to create the world's first computer animated feature film, Toy Story, and is now the most successful animation studio in the world. In a remarkable turn of events, Apple bought Next, and I returned to Apple, and the technology we developed at Next is at the heart of Apple's current renaissance. And Lorene and I have a wonderful family together. I'm pretty sure none of this would have happened if I hadn't been fired from Apple. It was awful tasting medicine, but I guess the patient needed it. Sometimes life's going to hit you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith. I'm convinced that the only thing that kept me going was that I loved what I did. You've got to find what you love, and that is as true for work as it is for your lovers. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking and don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. And like any great relationship, it just gets better and better as the years roll on. So keep looking, don't settle. My third story is about death. When I was 17, I read a quote that went something like, "If you live each day as if it was your last, someday you'll most certainly be right." It made an impression on me, and since then, for the past 33 years, I've looked in the mirror every morning and asked myself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I am about to do today? And whenever the answer has been no for too many days in a row, I know I need to change something. Remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. Because almost everything, all external expectations, all pride, all fear of embarrassment or failure, these things just fall away in the face of death, leaving only what is truly important. Remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. You are already naked. There is no reason not to follow your heart. No one wants to die. Even people who want to go to heaven don't want to die to get there. And yet, death is the destination we all share. No one has ever escaped it. And that is as it should be, because death is very likely the single best invention of life. It's life's change agent. It clears out the old to make way for the new. Right now, the new is you. But someday, not too long from now, you will gradually become the old and be cleared away. Sorry to be so dramatic, but it's quite true. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. Stay hungry, stay foolish.
What a wonderful story. The Steve Jobs. See, whenever some dropout a candidate, even Bill Gates also dropped out, but how they reached to highest level, best, richest persons, innovative, creative persons, top 10 in the world list. How you can use this type of life stories apply in your daily life. This is simply applied research. Universities are called on to become the here cradle of applicable knowledge. This is how you can use this applicable knowledge, applied research in education and development.
What is applied research? Well, when Newton saw the apple falling from a tree, no company had asked him to study why the apple was falling. That was pure research. But imagine that a company wants to know how much effort and force need to be used to lift a box of apples, then we are into the realm of applied research. That is research that is motivated by a concern of a real organization or institution. Applied research is important. It has a more direct effect on businesses and their stakeholders. Applied research entails different types of projects and activities. For example, it can be executed within the sponsoring organization. Imagine that this organization wants to develop an artificial intelligence algorithm to improve some decision. However, applied research can also be applied outside the partnering organization. For example, it could be a survey of the sentiment of European citizens relative to a certain topic, or an econometric study about the impact of a technology. It can certainly have a consulting component, but with applied research, we address a real problem using the methodological toolkit of a scientist, which may entail survey research, econometric modeling, mathematical models, qualitative methods, simulation, or whatever method is appropriate for the question at hand.
Universities are called on to become the cradle of applicable knowledge. I always recall the quote from Immanuel Kant, the leading German philosopher, who used to say that there's no contradiction between theory and practice. Those theories that are not applicable to practice, to the reality, are just bad theories, nothing more, nothing less.
Corporates typically come with a question. It is about finding the right expert, finding the right faculty member and research team that is willing and capable to dig deeper into this question. With more time and resources than maybe corporates are ever willing to dedicate. And on the other hand, the burning need of finding an answer to actually address specific needs in the marketplace.
We try to ask smart questions and then use methods to address them, but the real creative point is the question. We are not problem solvers, we are problem seekers.
There is a positive and constructive tension when we see the two parties working together. On the one hand, academics pushing for rigorous scientific research methods, pushing for independence of thinking, pushing for depth and really getting granular as to why things happen the way they're happening. On the other hand, they really benefit from corporates trying to drive towards applicability, viability, relevance in the real world. And this positive tension typically generates a win-win for both parties.
The relationship between applied research and academic research is so fruitful because it creates a sort of two-way feedbacks between these two actors. First of all, academics research create new knowledge, new methodologies that the companies are striving to absorb because they can solve their everyday business problem in a novel way. Also because today companies are looking for something better than the classical, let me say, consultancy product that they bought off the shelves, standardized for everyone. Working with companies, academics can create new theories. They can test old theories in new settings, and they can approach new data in a way that new question and new solution could be created.
On the university side, there is a growing awareness that academic research must contribute to business and society, being more relevant and geared to their real problems. In the business realm, companies are becoming more and more open to applied research because they see the value of collecting, analyzing data to drive business decisions.
Universities, if they develop cross-disciplinary research, have a much more neutral and independent standpoint to produce knowledge that are applicable in reality by companies, institutions, and organizations. This is the big challenge for universities today, to produce ideas and thoughtful knowledge that can actually transform our society for the good.
Right. What is applied research? Applied research is a non-systematic way of finding solution to specific problems or issues. Actually, it is directly finding the solutions for the betterment of society, betterment of an organization, betterment of an individual. That's why it is a non-systematic. These problems or issues can be an individual, group, or societal level. It is called non-systematic because it goes straight to finding solution. That is why we are calling it as a non-systematic research. So applied research is non-systematic research. It is often called a scientific process, but it sometimes is a contradiction. You can see scientific process is very systematic, but here we are calling it is a scientific process but non-systematic because it uses available scientific tools and puts them to use to find answers. So here, why we can call it as a scientific process? Because we are using scientific tools. Again, in social sciences, there is no single definition. Many researchers have provided and defined in differently. Applied research methodology conducted by the researcher to recognize any problem or develop. That's why I'm titled this applied research in education and development. For example, applied research is to investigate the different ways to improve employees' motivation in various industries or to study the different ways of improving the customer's level in a company. Where I'm sitting right now is SIPRD, State Institute of Panchayati and Rural Development, Panchayati Raj and Rural Development, Government of Assam, near Khanapara. So here, wonderfully they are organizing extraordinary lab, so many things, and all over Assam, the staff, village development officers and extension training officers, they came. The director and deputy directors are also there stressing the same thing for overall development of the society. This research can be found in various fields of studies, in sciences, social sciences, business, engineering, psychology. That's why earlier basic research in social sciences we organized on 68th International Workshop, but now I didn't mention whether it is a social sciences or sciences because we can use applied research for all, not only one. So what is difference between basic research and applied research? Already we organized a program on basic research. The applied research improves understanding of particular business or management problem, results in solution to problems. That's why it is the best way. Action research is one of the best examples. Knowledge here, new knowledge limited to problem. Findings of practical relevance and value to managers and organization. Context, undertake any people based in a variety of settings, including organization and universities. Objective, negotiated with organizer, a tight time scales. Already I showed this same slide in the previous program also. New knowledge acquired has a specific commercial objectives, products, procedures, or services. Answer specific questions aimed at solving practical problems. There are three types of applied research. Number one, evaluation research, research and development R&D cell. According to UGC, every institutions, they need a R&D cell. Multinational companies, even Mahindra company, Apple, Microsoft, n number of Tata, Birla, anyone, they have everyone research and development cell and action research. What is the evaluation research here? Evaluation research is one type of applied research this minute. It looks at the information on a research subject. This kind of research leads to objective research or helps people make better decision sooner. Most of the time, evaluation research is used in business settings. What about research and development? It focuses on finding new ways to improve products that already meet an organization's needs. Whenever new things, now you can see how the smartphones are, now I'm used before little bit because of hotness of the laptop. When I used this laptop cooler, immediately it turned. So this is because of research. Action research is the third. Here it goes to find real world solution to business problems by pointing the business in the right. Not only in the business, even I'm going to show you in psychology, education, social sciences, business, many things. Here examples of applied research. Applied study is used in many areas of study and research, from social sciences to social sciences. Applied research study in business, you can see example. It can improve hiring, it improves work and policy, it identifies workplace skill gaps. Applied study in education uses quantitative and qualitative method to collect data from first-hand sources. I delivered lecture morning at UGC HRDC Guwahati University. Research designs qualitative, quantitative and mixed methods. So most applied research in the field is done to test different ways of doing things by trying them out in different situations. How you can, the examples, applied study to understand the reach of online learning initiatives. Applied study to promote teacher-student classroom engagement. Applied study on the new math program. Applied study in science, the applied study is put into practice to cure a disease. Best example in Corona time, COVID. So the government of India, Honorable Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi ji, so many pharma companies in India, especially the Pune and many places, and Bangalore, Hyderabad, they wonderfully served not only India, for entire globe. Applied study in psychology is to figure out new ways to deal with the depression. Now, according to UNESCO, World Health Organization, international organization, almost 1 among 5 are under stress, almost 20%, minimum 20%. So applied study in health, applied study in heart surgery, nowadays what type of things are coming up, applied study to determine a drug's efficacy and medicine adverse effects. In conclusion, here I'm going to share this PPT through my blog. You can get enough for in conclusion. In applied research is an important way to research because it helps organizations find real world solution to specific problems while also increasing their output and productivity. Nowadays, everyone is asking this one. Thank you for joining. These are all myself and Dr. Srutasini Gogoi madams. Now over to Professor Chennai sir before going to deliver vote of thanks, and I will share the feedback form to get your certificate. So over to Professor Chennai sir.
Congratulations, Amresh sir.
With your permission,
Nice,
with your permission, may I go for vote of thanks, sir?
Please move, Amresh sir.
Thank you, sir. It gives me immense pleasure to express my gratitude to Professor Chennai sir for his wonderful, almost sir waited more than 20 to 25 minutes. Even though, sir, I know you can see there is no negative effects, nothing expression in his face. It shows the understanding. Really, I'm grateful to you, sir, for your extraordinary understanding capacity and helping nature. Without you, it is impossible to organize this program, sir.
All the best, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So I'm grateful to Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Prabhasankar Shukla sir for his continuous support, Professor Mitali Kaur ma'am, Dr. Rajendra Prasad Bartaku sir, Dr. Swatusni Gugoi madam for their support, Professor Mipun sir, ISTD chairman, Professor Dikchit sir, their wonderful support, a person behind this program, and SIPRD Assam for providing here network and conference hall to organize this program. Without their help, it is not possible. Here staff is still waiting outside. Thank you very much for one and all. See you again tomorrow. I'm reaching Shillong before 2 p.m. No problem. I can manage on time. And happy evening. See you tomorrow at 5 p.m. Thank you very much. Now national anthem. Immediately I'm sharing a feedback form. You will get your certificate. Please fill as early as possible.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Jai Hind, thank you. Please fill your feedback form. Just I can conclude within whatever I'm sharing. Please fill immediately. Save it and you can submit. I'm going to close within 2 minutes, but the stop is waiting outside. Thank you very much. YouTube viewers also, please